All right, so this is a video just wrapping up my workday today, and we've been doing a lot of stuff with Node Feature Discovery, specifically to kind of hone in on the labels. And I burned an extra hour more than I needed going through the source code to figure out how to limit the labels. So I'm going to try to keep this on 10 minutes. So Kubernetes Node Feature Discovery, there's other videos on it. It shows you stuff that's on a node. So I'll demonstrate that really quick. So you do K, let's see, where's our node? So there's a worker and there's a main one, and then it sets up a worker, and the worker sits here and reports back on it. And so you can look up the YAML for it. Oops. You can look at here's what it looks like. I guess just raw. So there you go. This is what the node label looks like with labels and everything. And as you can see, there's right now it's just system and PCI is the only one showing, and that's because I'm jumping ahead of the solution, but that's because I've activated. Let me go back off this again. So if you take a look at the YAML, so we'll go ahead and edit it direct. We're going to edit the config map that gets put on the workers. Config map, and we're going to do the NFD worker config map. This gets updated about every interval. I set it to 3 seconds. It turns out it takes about 10 seconds anyway. I think this might be ignored, but it's not as important. So, but the thing that everybody misses, and I missed, is you don't need to do anything else with this. So there's this like sources section at the bottom or lower that it has everything listed, and you think that that's the place to go. It turns out no. And the way I found that out is I actually went into the source code here, and this is from the source code. Let me see if I can give you the repo for that. So yeah, so we are in GitHub Kubernetes SIG Node Feature Discovery, right, under the command and the NFD worker, and I was able to find the I was able to find the problem, not the problem, but you know, when in doubt, go to the source. I'm telling you, learn how to code in Go. If you really want to do this Kubernetes stuff, be able to read Go code, because by doing this, I was able to read. They're just using regular flags here, but I was able to read here, no publish files, do not publish discovered features, disable connection to NFD master. So you can turn the whole thing off if you want, but this is the one. Overrides label whitelist, regular expression. This is the only place in all of the documentation that lists what that thing is. I swear to God, I could not find it in the Helm chart or anywhere else. Regular expression to filter label names to publish to the Kubernetes API server. So this API server. So this is where you want to make sure to do your match. It tells you that it only matches the stuff after /. So as you can see, when it pulls up, you get see here there's a lot more. So this is what I ended up putting in here. So I put label whitelist, and this means at the beginning, so it has to be in single quotes. It's just nicer. And then I said, and this says one of the following, right? And group them. I suppose I could have done that without the parentheses, but I'm just used to doing that. So this says custom. So anything that starts with custom, if you've done a custom label, somebody might add a custom label eventually, and that should probably stay. You would add it in here, by the way. This is where you would add the custom label. And the custom labels and NFD detect situations going on and then add to the labels that are there. So it's like different ways for you to make friendly labels that are not their standards, that are based on the same stuff. System and PCIO3. So let me just show you what happens when I turn all of these off. If I turn all of these off and I save this, we're gonna go take a look at it. You like that container stuff? Pretty fun, huh? All right, so about ready, done with this. Let me keep going. We need to get our YAML stuff. Where's our YAML? Right, let's do. Okay, so we're gonna go grab. When this picks up it'll update the metadata.labels on the node. and you'll see the other ones get added. See, it hasn't done it yet. And we can set that under while true do sleep 10, sleep 3. How about that? Done. Clear. This is when watch doesn't work. All right, so it's adding, it added back kernel version. Can you see? So now it has kernel version, it has the PCI, it has storage, non-rotational disk. And the reason I was having trouble is because I could not see them all. In fact, if you go up on here, you see them all? Look at how many there are. See them? There's like tons of them. It adds tons of them, but you don't need them all. So the way that I filtered them out is, and I'm going to go back and turn my filter back on. Actually, I'm going to turn this off. Is you go back and the config maps, and you're going to turn my filter. So this is core. This is, what am I doing? Oh, right. So this is the config map, but it's under, well, I probably should show you that first. It's under, what am I? Okay. Here's the actual, values map, right? So I'm going to copy this. This is the Node Feature Discovery. That's the chart. I'm going to copy all the values, and I'm going to copy them here and overwrite all the values that I had before. And then I'm going to go in and change the values, and I'll show you where to do that. So this is normally what you get, right? And it can be very misleading to go down here and want to change all this stuff, but you don't want to change that stuff at all. The only thing you want to change is this and this, and then you want to put in your whoops. You want to put in your regular expression, and you're good to go. And that's all there is to it. And that'll save you a lot of time. Once you have that in, you'll see that it'll significantly. It takes a while for it to catch up. See how it's got all this other stuff, right? But when this catches up, you're going to see the USB will get dropped. Yep, there we go. So now all I get is the PCI, which, by the way, you need this one if you want to get NVIDIA. If you want to do, there's another video about that, but if you want to do NVIDIA feature discovery for GPUs, you have to add that on, and this is required in order to trigger that one. So it's a dependency that you need to have there. And we have the system, just the basic system OS stuff, and that's all we really wanted in this particular example. Bye.